Hi guys, welcome to EduTap, and here is lecture number 12 under your fast track series. So this fast track series is particularly important for RBI Gr B, NABARD Gr A as well as SEBI, and this is a video series which has been brought to you by EduTap. So let me just quickly tell you what are we aiming to cover through this particular series. See, in this series we are covering economics and social issues, current affairs, which are relevant for RBI and NABARD both. Then we are also covering the finance and current affairs, again for RBI and NABARD. And let me just tell you that if you are appearing for NABARD, then you will have to cover ARD as well, that is agriculture and rural development. And for that particularly we have started a different series called as ARD in news, and you have to refer to that particular series for ARD. So let us just start with today's lecture. Today we are going to cover October 4th, 5th and 6th. So we'll not only see the news, but we'll also try to solve various relevant questions from these news so that you get to know what are the types of questions asked from these news. Okay, so let us just start. Very first news from this particular lecture is about the ranking of India. See, this kind of question, wherever some rankings are given or the reports have come out, the rankings are important as they are asked in the examination. So this is about the Visa, that is a global leader in payments technology called as Visa, has announced the government e-payment adoption ranking called as GR, and it has ranked India at 28 among the 73 countries. So this becomes important, and GR is an economic intelligence unit global index. You need to keep in mind this is a global index, and basically Visa is the one which has released GR report. So this GR study, basically I've given a brief here, that economic intelligence unit basically is the research arm of the Economist group, that is the Economist magazine is there, and this is the third edition of the study. Earlier were in 2007 and 11, and India has improved its ranking. So basically the objective is to measure the government's effort to enable e-payment adoption. So we have seen that within few years the India has evolved so much in terms of the e-payment. Now we even have the small financial bank, the payment banks are there, even we are going to have the India Postal Payment Bank. So these are some very important steps which have been taken by the India, and that is why India could get 28th rank. So that is considered a pretty decent rank. And you also need to keep in mind all the initiatives which were taken by the government, and yes, that would be it about this. If you get to know anything important related to particular ranking related to this, you can just mention in the comment section below so that even others can relate to it and they can know it. So the second news is about ADB. So we have seen in this particular series that ADB is in news a lot because there are so many loans which are being sanctioned by ADB, that is Asian Development Bank. So India and ADB have signed this $240 million loan to provide safe drinking water. Now see, this loan is one thing, but let me just tell you that safe drinking water is important because it is related to the arsenic contamination. So we'll see about that in this particular series. So Government of India and ADB have signed this loan for safe and sustainable drinking water. Now this will be particularly provided in the 3 districts of West Bengal which are affected by arsenic, fluoride and salinity also. So as containing to West Bengal, it is the leader in the arsenic contamination in India, and then it is followed by Assam. So West Bengal and Assam, the neighboring state, these are the 2 states which are affected by the arsenic contamination. So see, heavy reliance on groundwater basically puts most of the rural population in West Bengal at risk, and let me tell you that usually it is said that groundwater can become contaminated due to arsenic by itself naturally, but due to so many fertilizers are being used nowadays in agriculture which flows down to the ground, and then groundwater is being taken out at such a high pace that this contamination is becoming widespread. So just keep in mind that arsenic contaminated water can cause cancer as well as bone diseases, and this particular project, the 3 districts which we have just spoken about is Bankura, North 24 Parganas and Purba Medinipur. So these are the 3 districts which would be covered by the loan sanctioned by ADB. So this was about arsenic. Bengal and ADB, the three important key terms from this particular news. Our next news is about the renewable energy. So India is taking so many steps in terms of the renewable energy and the technology manufacturing particularly. Also, India is the initiator of the International Solar Alliance. So in that background, this news is important for us. So Reinvest 2018, that was the second global renewable energy investment meeting, and it has taken place in Greater Noida. So second meeting it was, so it was organized by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and on the sidelines of it, second IORA, that is International, it's Indian Ocean Rim Association. So IORA Renewable Energy Ministerial meeting also had taken place on the sidelines of this. And what is important for us apart from the place Greater Noida, we'll see just now. So firstly, telling you about the Reinvest, that is investing in the renewable energy. It is a global platform to explore the strategies for development and deployment of the renewables. And since India has hosted it, so basically it is showcasing India's clean energy market and what are the efforts or steps which have been taken by the government and what is the potential which can be actually reached. So apart from this, related to IORA, what you need to keep in mind, that is Indian Ocean Rim Association. Delhi Declaration, this is particularly important. See, 21 countries of the IORA have adopted this Delhi Declaration. It is related to the renewable energy in the Indian Ocean region. So this is important. The question can be about like what is Delhi Declaration related to and what is this meet all about. So these are some important things about IORA and reinvestment, and yes, that would be it. Okay, another important news, NASSCOM unveils Center of Excellence for Internet of Things. So NASSCOM has unveiled its Center of Excellence, and the Internet of Things Center has been unveiled in Gurugram, Haryana. So this is particularly the place. The name has been changed from Gurgaon to Gurugram. It is called as the Cyber City of Haryana, and now also it is known as the Solar City because it is the capital. It has become as the headquarters of the ISA. This is another important thing you need to keep in mind. That is International Solar Alliance headquarters is in Gurugram, Haryana. So this Center of Excellence for IoT has been unveiled, and it is going to be one of the largest innovation platforms which will enable IoT revolution, that is Internet of Things revolution. So Internet of Things, as you know, basically is about so many things and people, devices, all are connected through internet, and this is the next logical step in the digital economy, digital revolution, which is right now going on. So just read through it once, that what is the aim of this Center of Excellence. So it basically aims to act as a perfect collaboration for the innovation, and India needs to do a lot in this sector particularly, and a kind of platform would be there from industry, academia and startups also. So this is about Center of Excellence IoT. Okay, government launches Closing the Skills Gap Task Force. Now see, there are so many task forces which are then and now made by the government, launched by the government, but this particularly is important because it has been done in collaboration with World Economic Forum. So that is why it is important here. It is like, as the name says, the task force for closing the skill gaps in India. As per now, we have learnt about India that the demographic dividend of India is in favor. That is, most of the population is going to be in the working age as the other countries are aging. So that is why we need to develop our skills, and already so many schemes are there related to skills. So this is another task force, and leaders from all the business, civil society, government would come together. And what another important thing you need to keep in mind is that two ministries are important here: Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Skill Development. So these are the two ministries in collaboration with World Economic Forum. So this is about the task force and the ministries involved. That would be it. You don't need to go to depth about this particular news. This would be sufficient for you to remember. Okay, Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen Awards. This is very important because such questions have been previously asked in your exams. So let us see what this is. Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen. So there are two components under Swachh Sarvekshan, that is Grameen and urban. So Grameen Awards have been recently announced by the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, where Jharkhand was awarded as the best performing state, while Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh have got the second and third position, and here Haryana has been ranked as the cleanest state in the Grameen category. And for the country, for particularly the urban areas, Indore was given as the cleanest city. So these are some important things, and let me just tell you that in case you guys are also following ESI 5 MCQs a day series, which is running separately for the ESI issues, here in particular that series, in the lecture we have covered Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen completely through 5 MCQs. So you can just go there and see that video and try to solve the MCQs, and then you will get to know about this Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen as well as urban through that particular video. So we are done with our ESI in news. Let us see what we have in the finance section from past 3 days. Okay, so this is the only news from this section, and it is about SEBI, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India. So SEBI has launched a national level entrepreneurship awareness campaign called Udyam Abhilasha. So Udyam Abhilasha is important. It can be asked in question, what is it related to? So first of all, let me tell you that SEBI is the apex body which is responsible for the small financing or the refinancing of these small organizations. So it has launched a national level awareness campaign regarding entrepreneurship called as Udyam Abhilasha in 105 aspirational districts. Now you have to mention in the comment section below what is the aspirational district particularly about. We have learnt about it so many times. So the districts are basically identified by Niti Aayog, and that would be it. So what about this campaign? You can read it through here, that more than 800 trainers would be provided, and this particularly Udyam Abhilasha is about this awareness campaign. Okay. So now we'll try and solve MCQs, so that you guys had come up basically with this request of telling you about the MCQs so that you can orient your study towards the exam relevant questions. So let us just try and solve it. Okay. Government e-payment adoption ranking has been recently released by Visa, a global leader in payment technology. What is India's rank in this index out of 73 countries? So just try and solve it. We have just seen what is India's rank. It is 28. Okay, second question is about Delhi Declaration has been adopted by the members of which of the following organization recently in the second Global Reinvestment Experts Meet? So is it IRENA, is it BRICS, SCO, IORA or ISA? Your turn to solve the question. So our answer to this is IORA. See, the options are very near because ISA's meet reinvestment was held on the sidelines of which IORA meet had taken place. So our answer here is particularly Delhi declarations related to IORA. And question number 3, in which of the following places the Center of Excellence for IoT has been recently unveiled by NASSCOM? So this is important. Important cities are these. Is it Noida, Hyderabad, Cuttack, Gurugram or Bikaner? So Center of Excellence for Internet of Things by NASSCOM has been unveiled at Gurugram. So our option here is D. Okay, question number 4. Recently, the results of Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen 2018 has recently been announced. Which state has been awarded as the best performing state? Now see, the question here is not about the cleanest state, not about the dirtiest state. It is about the best performing state. So the options are also really near. Is it Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh or Jharkhand? So our answer here is Jharkhand. So we had just seen that Jharkhand had come out as the best performing state. It was followed by Maharashtra and then Chhattisgarh, and Haryana had come out as the cleanest state, and Madhya Pradesh city called Indore was basically the cleanest city. So this is particularly about this question. Okay, our last question is, recently a task force for closing the skill gaps in India has been announced by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Ministry of Skill Development in collaboration with which of the following? So this task force is important, and we have just seen the answer. It's your turn to solve it. Is it DRDO, IMF, World Bank, ISRO or WEF? And our answer here is WEF, that is World Economic Forum. So if you have not read about it, it becomes really difficult to decode like what organization can it be which is going to provide the skill gaps task force about a Ministry of Petroleum and a Ministry of Skill Development. So this is it. So here are your answers. Just tally your answers once, and in case you could not solve the questions, your answers are here, you can just see it. And do mention your scores in the comment section below, so that we just get to know and we can make it a more interactive session. And yes, that would be it. So that's it guys, we have covered October 4, 5 and 6, and we have also seen important MCQs. In case you guys have any query, I would recommend you to go and visit our website www.edutap.co.in, and you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in. if you have any query related to courses or any other exam, just drop us a mail, or you can even call us at 8146-207-241. And let me tell you, you can now even WhatsApp us on the same number. So that's it from this particular lecture guys. I really hope that this lecture was useful to you and you find the content helpful. And if you think that this video was helpful to you, please do not forget to like and subscribe. You can also share this video, and this is the link of our Telegram channel. You can go there, go to this particular channel and download the PDF of this particular lecture and all other lectures under the fast track series. So it will be easy for you to revise it later if you have the PDF of the lecture. So that would be it from this session guys. I wish you all a very happy learning, and thank you for being here.